Good morning students. Today we are going to start the second chapter of history, that is of socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. Okay. First of all we will discuss what is socialism. Socialism is an idea, economic and political idea, a theory which advocates that the means of production, distribution are regulated by the community rather than a group. Okay, it means that they were opposed the idea of privatization. Okay, this idea was spread all over the Europe in 18th and 19th century. The societies were changed, and we will discuss here about the Russian society. How the Russian society was changed with this idea. Okay, the Russian society was also divided in three groups. Some people are liberals, some are radicals, and some are conservative. Okay, so first of all we will see liberals, the idea of liberals. The liberal people wanted a representative elected parliamentary government, but they were opposed the universal adult franchise. Okay, they just spread their idea that all the privileges should be provided to the rich people or only to men. Okay, so next second group was radicals. Radicals also demanded representative elected parliamentary form of government, but they were in the favor of universal adult franchise. Okay, to all the citizens have provided right to vote. They demand this idea. Okay, and they were opposed that the idea of liberals ki rights only provided to the rich people. Okay, then third group was there, that of conservatives. Conservatives believed in old type of system. They believe in monarchy system. First of all, they didn't want to change any type of change in the society. Okay, after a little bit time in the 19th century, they just want that we have to change, but little bit changes in the society, and that will be also in slow form. Not at once we will change everything. They are not believing in these type things. Okay, so the condition of the peasants, the people were also very critical in the country. Now we will discuss what were the causes, what were the factors who were responsible for the revolution. Okay, first of all, the agrarian, economic and poor condition of the peasants. Okay, Russia was an agrarian country. Near about 85% population of the Russia was depend on agricultural activities. They are prioritizing agricultural activities. But the land of Russia was mostly controlled by the rich peasants. Okay, the poor farmers have to do work in their field, but they have paid very less. They have to pay long time, long hours. They have to work from morning to evening, but they have paid very less. So their basic needs were not fulfilling by that basis. Okay, so the people were not satisfied with the system, so they start the revolution. Okay, next one is poor condition of the workers. Now the industries were privatized, there was privatization of all the industries. The workers' condition was too much poor. Okay, they have to work 15 hours, but they didn't pay proper wages. Okay, so they come together and they start the revolution against the system. Okay, then unemployment. When the privatization was there, the too much people were unemployed. Many industries were under the control of rich persons, and they gave the wages according to their own rules. Okay, and some people were only employed there, and machines were there. So the maximum population of Russia was unemployed. Okay, so people then start a revolution. Okay, then high prices. The prices of the essential goods were rise up in the country, and the wages of the people were less, so they are not able to complete their basic needs like food. They are not even to purchase a piece of bread with their wages, to not able to look after their families. Okay, so they wanted the changes in the society. Okay, they wanted to finish the system which is going on there. Okay, next one is poor condition of the women. The women were working in the factories. Okay, they have also paid less and they have to work long hours. Okay, when they started the protest against this system, they were forcefully punished by the police and they were fired also. Okay, then what happened there? The people were very disappointed and they had started the revolution. Okay, in 1904 people gathered there and they started the strikes. In 1904 they had started the strike against the system. Okay, in January 1905, that was Sunday, the workers collected together there under the leadership of Father Gapon, and they marched towards the Winter Palace, okay, in Petersburg, and they were protesting there with peaceful manner. But the mob was attacked. The workers were attacked by the police. Okay, and the 300 workers were wounded and near about 100 workers were died, and the people were very dissatisfied with this. They come forward now, they want to take the revenge from this. And that day was Sunday, and this day was known in the Russian history as a Bloody Sunday. Okay, I hope you clear up to this. Next chapter we will discuss in next video. Thanks and have a nice day.